Welcome, everybody. It's good to be here. It's good to show up, even though it's an hour early. My body will actually overcompensate. So I was awake very early, but the lovely thing was I could look out my window and there was a nearly full moon. And it's a good metaphor for today, or a reality for today, because we're going to explore looking beyond the stories we tell ourselves to actually what's beyond the bigger picture, the horizon, the sense of when we get car sick, we're always looking up. Car sickness is often when we're dizzy with feeling nauseous, when we look up close in life. And to look to the horizon is our whole body can find its balance again. So that's what we're going to be exploring today. We're going to do some warm-ups and then we're going to do a meditation around that. So it's just good to see everybody. So let's get started. Finding a comfortable position. Allowing yourself to drop into Mother Earth. Take a moment to feel into your own body. Feel your back as straight as you can make it, and have a sense of being held by your back, that you are being held. Pay attention to now your front and your breath. Place your hand on your belly and feel the rhythm of your breath coming deep down into the belly, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. It's calming down. Slowing the breath down, bringing one hand to the heart center, one hand on the belly, recognizing this body, this breath, this life holds immense value and privilege to be living upon this earth at this time in our history. Softening down now, dropping your shoulders, dropping your hands, just letting them float down onto wherever they land, onto your legs. Palms up. Shoulders down and back. Feel both sitting bones. And soften the face, closing the eyes. Staying with the breath, your back, your sitting bones, and feel now into your hands, into the energies that are coming through your hands. The energetic fields that are felt. Releasing fear. Coming with an open heart. The image I have is one Barbara gave us before we started, of the Galapagos, where the animals, the birds, the fish, are not afraid of humans because their nervous systems are not registering fear, because in that conservation area there is nothing to fear, particularly around humans. And when in that state we become curious rather than going into hiding or fearful, just coming into that state now, which we know is not safe if there's a danger zone, because we're gobbled up, eaten up, fired at, bombed. But right now, feel into your body the safety and into your hands, feeling safe in this present. Now bringing our hands into prayer mudra. Be gathering that energy right to the heart center. With a slight smile on our faces, let us breathe in deeply and out. And let us breathe in to chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Breathing in, we take in this infinite energy beyond this lifetime, through the millennia. We hold this air in our lungs that has been breathed ever since oxygen was first released upon this earth, to enable all creatures to hold breath. And then we release that breath back to the universe. We're going to begin with doing some alternate nostril breathing, so again to keep our systems calm. So putting your thumb, closing off one nostril, breathing in through the left nostril, switching over to close off the left nostril and breathing out through the right. Now you're breathing in now through the right, switching nostrils, breathing out through the left. And just keep going, alternate nostrils, long, slow breaths, eyes closed, looking up to the brow point, calming the nervous system. Dropping the hand down to the knees. Notice the balancing between the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. Take a moment to notice. Allow your jaw to relax, release. Allowing our bodies to know that they are safe. And stay a moment with the feeling of that simplicity of that left and right nostril breathing. Notice how your body feels. By aligning ourselves, centering ourselves, balancing the hemispheres, become more present to whatever is. Best way to do that is to stay with the sensations that are happening right now in the body. And now begin a slow Sufi grind, moving the lower chakras round, activating that serpent energy at the base of the spine. Using your breath to hold your presence. Adjust your body if you need. Feeling into each joint of this lower body. Stay with the sensations. It stops us ruminating in our minds when we remain in our bodies. Slowly increase the circles, letting the upper body flop around. Letting the neck move, being held by Mother Earth. Changing directions. Coming back to the center. Stay present. Today's class is very much around holding the infinity of being present and moving away from the seasickness of so much that's suffering, change, challenge that's going on in the world around us, to keep our balance and focus on the horizon. Crossing our arms over like a sailor. So you're holding onto your forearms. Going to do side bends. Bending over to one side and then out to the other. Stretching up through each side of the body. Keeping the shoulders dropped. Again, staying in the body and feeling into the sensations. Breathing into the center and then out to one side. Breathing into the center and out to the other side, keeping the shoulders dropped. Feel the sensations of your fingers holding your upper arm. Feel the sensation of the breath. Closing your eyes and being present. In this position, feel those hands that are holding on to you, as if the hands themselves are saying, I've got you, I've got you. Whether you live another 5 minutes or 100 years, I've got you. Remaining whole in our bodies rather than fractured. Coming back to the top, holding our hands out in a sailor mode, lifting them up over the head on the in-breath and back down on the out. Stretching the shoulder joints. A bit challenging if you've got a rotator cuff, but gently and slowly, being kind to any part that is a bit tender, and allow the other parts to come to heal, support. Bringing our hands down onto our knees, doing some shoulder turns, rolling the shoulders around, releasing tension. Keeping with the breath. Changing directions. Bringing them back to neutral, lifting the shoulders up, clenching the teeth, holding the tension, and then releasing it. Another 5 of these. Tensing everything and then releasing. And release down. Stay in your body and notice what a difference it makes to keep a focus on being present, to drawing every body part back to its oneness of working together with. Particularly pay attention to your jaw. Maybe do some rounds of jaw moving. Pulling some good faces. Now putting one hand over to the opposite knee and the other hand behind, stretching the body round to the back. Drop the shoulders and look behind, twisting the neck. And a few long, deep breaths. And to the other side. Coming back to the center again, bring ourselves back to the present moment, which holds the horizon, rather than disintegrating into the parts where so much of our anxiety lies when we are not supported or coordinated, or we're feeling we're scattered by the thinking brain and what's happening in the world. Now moving up, feet out, stretching them wide. Give them a bit of a massage and a shake, holding onto the toes, if you can, or onto your shins, straight back, stretching your back up, your legs out, so you're stretching the sciatic nerve and the back, dropping the shoulders. We're going to twist to the left and down, breathing into the center, down to the front, to the middle, up to the center, and then breathing out to the other side, feeling that stretch. So you're breathing in as you come to center, out as you go down, up, twisting to one side, and out as you go down. And just keep that movement going, keeping your shoulders dropped. Again, bringing every part of your body back to wholeness. Every bit of your body is working, stretching, supporting. Feel into your backbone. Stay present to every stretch or every hurt. And notice how other parts of the body come to support. Now come to the center and stay moving up and down with your legs wide apart, doing a life nerve stretch, stretching out and loosening up, keeping the back as straight as you can, your shoulders dropped and relaxed. And if you can hold your toes, you've got a hotline then to your pituitary gland, which will help again with the balancing of all the hormones and the fluids going through the body. Coming back to the top, take a breath in Hold the breath and pull the root lock, tightening the bottom muscles, pulling the energy up the spine, feeling the strength going up through the navel point, pulling it up like a tree trunk, the xylem going up into the stem of your being, drawing the energy upwards, holding the breath, and then release. Shaking out your legs. Then come up standing and we're going to do a few miracle bends. So legs just to hips width, feet are hips width apart, linking our thumbs, stretching up and back, bending as much as you can, but just staying present with whatever's happening in your body. So this whole set is really a meditation on our gathering together to being one in our bodies. And then as you breathe out, dropping down, touching down to the ground. If you need, bend your knees a bit as you come up, and just keep going. If you feel dizzy, do it much more slowly, and be careful and listen to your body. So each part of the spine is unfolding as you come up, and we bend back. Breathing out as you go down. Stay in the body. When your mind wanders, stay with what's happening inside your body. Two more, and then just stay flopped down for a bit. Letting your head hang beneath your heart. Let your arms swing like an elephant's trunk. And still with your thumbs linked, move a bit towards the back with your hands, bit between your legs as you stretch down, keeping your head down beneath your heart, allowing yourself to stretch behind yourself, between the legs. And keep that going dynamically. Bringing our feet now back down behind us. We're going to go into a triangle. Hands forward, holding a straight legs. Pushing back on the heels of the hands into the heels of the feet. Shoulders dropped, head just flopping. Teeth unclenched, and feel into this. It's pushing ourselves down into the earth. Long, deep breaths. Now we're going to go down to our knees and down into Cobra. Stretching up with your head, shoulders again dropped. And then coming back up again, either back up into triangle or just onto your knees. It's going, staying with your body and your breath. Last few. And coming down now into baby pose with your knees apart, stretching forward. Allowing yourself to release and relax. Staying still with the breath. Being present to write what's here within us rather than running away to numbness, dissociation, to stories. So many stories we tell ourselves. There's so many because we are stored into life. It's how we make meaning, is through the stories we tell ourselves. As I saw the moon and its glory out at 3 this morning, it's a story that's much bigger than the stories I tell myself. Because no thief can steal the moon. And coming now up into cat and cow. Just going to drop our backs down and our heads up. And then coming down with our head to an angry cat. Letting our whole body know that it's safe in its entirety. We've got our own backs. Now bringing one leg out as you go into cow, and then bringing it forward as you go into cat. And if you can add your alternate arms as you stretch out. Feeling that cross balance between the sides of the body. And changing the opposite. And bring that down onto your backs. With your knees bent and your heels as close to your bum as you can make them. Shoulders flat on the ground. Lifting the buttocks up, squeezing the bottom muscles, lifting as high as you can, feeling the stretch. It's working the bottom muscles rather than other ones. Feeling that pull and then releasing down on the out breath. Breathing in and holding to a bridge and then back, dropping down. Last one. And dropping down, stretching your legs out in front. Feel wherever your body is holding contact with the ground. Notice where your hands are, your shoulders, the small of your back lifted slightly. Your bum cheeks, the pressure points wherever they are touching to the ground, your heels, your shins. Gathering every part of your body back to the oneness beyond the small stories we tell ourselves. Beyond the fear that makes us dizzy and sick. To being present. Hands now straight above. And we're either going to lift alternate legs or to both at the same time, but it's working right here in the solar plexus. So to keep your lower back close to the ground. If your lower back lifts, put your hands under your bum to support it. Either alternate legs or two together. Do it slowly and intentionally. And release down and let yourself melt into the earth. Imagining that as you relax down, it's nearly you're the last breath you take upon earth. And you return back to where you came, to the earth. And all the stories we told ourselves have melted away because we've come back to the oneness of who we are. Relax more and more, allowing yourself to be melted, molded, back to one. Now, either staying, you can stay lying, or coming back up to a seated posture, whatever feels right for you. We're going to do a bit of an experiment now with the light. And to shine a torch on the stories we tell ourselves, without judging them. The stories that are alive in you right now, or in me. So mind this light. If you're sitting, you may want to hold like an orb, as if we're looking at the stories of us we tell ourselves, looking into this orb of light, just bringing light to them without judgment. The stories that are alive in you right now. Anger, often they're given an emotion. We access them through a feeling of irritation. Just bring them into the light without judging them, and notice them. Notice how the story gathers momentum and evidence. It's paying attention to the awareness of the stories. Embellish the story, notice it, allow it to have a chapter. Now open your heart to the truth that is bigger than this story, without judging it. Hold a bigger truth, expanding that light, the light ball that we're holding around the one story. Let us open our hearts to the truth, the bigger truth. Without needing to judge the story, because it's also part of how we make meaning in life. Opening our hearts to the truth. Holding the story in the truth, without being unkind to the story. The bigger truth. Now wait in this light, beyond the one chapter or the next or the next. Wait in the light, for each story holds a fragment of a truth. And now look to the horizon, where all these stories resolve into something much bigger. Lastly, let us submit now. Just submit to the journey. Knowing that every story plays a role, that each story can sabotage us. Surrendering, letting go, without judgment. And bringing our hands together in prayer mudra, we close with 3 Satnam. Let's breathe in to begin. Sa Nam. Sa Nam. Sa Satnam.